Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Hip Hop Babies.
Baby.
Boom, 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 bow,
Yes.
bow, bow. Boom.
Ersky.
Boom.
Bow, bow,
bow, bow, bow, bow, bow. Welcome back, y'all. It's been a long time coming. Niggas be busy. Sorry, though. Finally caught AC on his day off. You know, he's been traveling around the world. Last week he was in Calabasas with his girl, you know, living life.
Calabasas.
These random places. This is how we start the episode.
Every time.
You want
to do this? That's why he canceled the last time. Hey, my girl over.
Oh, you put him on blast.
Yeah, exactly. It's good.
Never happened, but you know, whatever.
Okay.
How you doing today? How we doing
cap.
today, fellas? Like, AC, how you doing, man?
I'm cooling, man. It's a beautiful day in Northern California. Sun is shining, boy.
You got the Primo on, or?
Oh yeah, this one of my little shirts or something.
Oh, okay. It's not all right.
I don't even wear it that often, really. I ain't gonna cap. I don't.
AC always got to flex. I mess with
I'm not flexing. Look. I'm not even flexing. You got the silky on with the matching.
No.
Let's get on you. Yeah. So you bringing the waves back or what?
Nah, I ain't bringing that. I don't know what you talking about, bro.
See.
I don't know what you talking about.
Exactly.
You tell them how you doing though. You got anything else before you get on?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Man, I'm about to graduate in a month. That's pretty dope.
For sure.
So that's something that's coming up that I'm excited about. Man, that's pretty much it. That's really all I've been up to is getting all that stuff together, getting these senior pictures taken and all that junk. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What's up with y'all though?
Man, I just been working my ass off, hanging out with my girl. Ain't nobody else up here. It's dry as fuck up here. It's still COVID times, so you know, I got my first vaccine shot. Started turning green 2 days in. You know, crazy.
Hey, you like Orlando?
Yeah. Orlando Brown.
Which shot did you get?
The Moderna, whatever it is. Yeah.
Nah, y'all gotta get Pfizer.
Bro, I don't care. I want a vaccine. I'm not getting the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, as long as you don't get the Johnson & Johnson.
The 2-in-1.
That's foul, bro. They give you the bundle.
Tripping.
Ray, how you doing, man? We ain't heard from you in a while. This nigga been lone wolfing it.
Man.
Putting in work.
Yeah, I've been putting in work. I've been good, you know, just doing school, working, trying to, you know, not even trying. I've been staying positive, you know. I've been grinding this Apex, you know. We mid-season, you know, the split just happened, so that's been fun. Everything's good. I got no issues, man. You know, I ain't jinxing nothing. I ain't saying nothing, but it looks like good things are coming up, and I'm glad to be back here recording with y'all. Like you said, it's been a minute because of timing and stuff. You know, it's been crazy recently, but we're getting back to normal. Dope, and I'm ready to get into these topics.
Sersky.
Y'all want to see Apex though?
All right, nah. All right, this man is the only.
He said we not doing that.
This dude, the only dude I know to play like 5 games and still not get a kill, bro. He got damage though. I'll say that. But we didn't play with him a few times. No kill. He's level 10 though. He got to he's not even level 10 yet, is he?
He's something like that, man.
I think I'm past that. No cap.
You gotta join the club too. If you ain't in the club.
Yeah, he got a lot of levels and not a lot of kills. It's crazy.
No kill.
Sorry though. He been grinding on NHL. You know, he got his
y'all don't see me.
His ultimate team. Come on, bro. It's got
y'all don't want to see me, bro.
It's got that one black guy from the NHL.
That one black guy. I got a couple black guys on my team. Don't cap. Come on now.
Bro, there's like 4 in the NHL right now.
Do they got 99 black Do they got black players that are 99 overall? Do they just got like the weak like 93? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
93 is high, nigga.
Nah, but you know what? You know, end game with Ultimate Team, you know what it is. Like, you need the 99s. You need the best
you got to
card.
get that Black History.
Yeah, I don't know who the best black player ever was.
Overall.
I don't know who the best black player ever was, but does he have a 99 card or not?
Bruh,
all right, next topic. Yeah, the game is
probably not, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We're not gonna get into that.
It's crazy how AC looking like Lil Nas X right now. You know,
don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me.
Starting up in heaven, he about to take a fucking stripper pole down the hill right now.
Don't disrespect me,
man.
Don't put me next to that ugly nigga, bro. That nigga.
This man, Lil Nas.
I'm about to say it.
He on a roll, man. He on a roll.
He definitely on a roll. You dropped that music video. Y'all watch it? Y'all watch Call Me By Your Name music video?
Of course.
Bro, I had to look at it just for the topic list. I didn't want to watch that. Come on, bro.
Yeah, we have
How did that video make you feel?
Yeah, we have different perspectives. I think this is gonna be like a dope combo, especially with AC here. How does that?
Yeah, y'all just want me to get started. Y'all
really keep you know.
You want me to keep it PG?
No.
Keep it. I would keep it PG, bro. Little Nas X is a mess, bro. He gonna give the Satan a lap dance, bro. He gonna take a strip pole down the hill. Good, let that nigga stay there. I don't care, bro. Take a strip pole down the hill, bro. Stay there. It don't matter to me.
I thought the devil already got killed, man. Like, didn't like an archangel kill that nigga already? Why do people care about devil imagery and shit like that? Like, what is? You are the devout Christian here. I want to know why that shit upset so many people. Like, why do they care that he's using devil imagery? And why are people so mad about these damn shoes and this nigga, you know, going down the hill and you devil lap dance from your insider perspective? Who you talk to on Sundays?
Who I talk to on Sundays. So we'll talk about the video first. So from my perspective is, I mean, if you had somebody in there in a music video dancing with Jesus, I'm sure someone will get offended by that who doesn't believe in Christ. I mean, not lap dancing with Jesus, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Just up there, you know, gigging with Jesus, happy day in heaven, right? Somebody will be offended by that, I'm sure. I don't know. Me personally, I don't, choose to dance with the devil. I don't want to be affiliated with the devil. I want to be affiliated with Christ. That's why I'm not into the video, me personally. Now, why is it so bad to the public eye? I don't know. To be honest, I didn't even know the majority of people didn't like the video or didn't like those shoes. Since we're talking about it, a lot of people didn't like those shoes. I didn't think, people really followed Christ like that or believed in God or practiced the, different religion or whatever case may be. But I was surprised to see that a lot of people weren't into Lil Nas X's things in terms of this whole devil thing avenue he's going down.
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit more. Joyner Lucas went on Twitter and was saying that the reason why he thinks that or the reason why he's like on Lil Nas X about this is that he says Lil Nas does not understand the that Old Town Road is the hit for kids and that kids are going to be checking for Lil Nas X now. And the first thing that they see when they go on YouTube and they see this new Montero video, they're going to start seeing this nigga twerking on the devil. And that's what you're putting in kids' faces.
I mean, that's an obvious answer. Like, you obviously know. I mean, sure. The first thing I could have said was, "Oh yeah, man, little kids are gonna see that." They are, but little kids are gonna see WAP too. I mean, that's not necessarily dancing on the devil, but that's dancing inappropriately for a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's the same instance. So I wouldn't even say, "Hey, he's wrong" just because kids are watching. He's wrong, in my opinion, for different reasons. But see, my opinion is different than someone else down the street. So I can't speak for someone else down the street. But for me, I'm not going to watch it just because I don't want to associate myself with someone who's claiming they're so in tune with the devil. That's just me. But I mean, that's an easy, safe answer. That for real. Like, Joyner Lucas is right. People go and look at Old Town Road and be like, "Oh man, Lil Nas X is Old Town Road. That dude, look him up," and they see that. I mean,
so what do you think about somebody who necessarily doesn't like, believe in the devil, satanic shit like that, but he wants to use the satanic image to be anti-Christian because he's gay. He's already anti-Christian. Christians persecuted gay people throughout the years.
Wait, so you
years.
saying this person, hypothetically we speaking, you saying this person doesn't believe in Christianity, but they don't believe in the devil either?
I don't think Lil Nas X believes in the devil like that either. I don't think that this whole thing was about him. It's not about the devil. It's just using anti-Christian imagery to upset people that have, persecuted or, hated on him his whole career. Because, this whole video was just about being comfortable in your own skin as a gay person and shit like that, showing gay.
But his whole career, bro, no one knew his whole career, bro. No one knew he was gay when he came out with Old Town Road.
I mean, from like,
let's get it right.
When he comes out, right? His whole life of him being gay, and even though you haven't come out as gay, you still see anti-gay sentiments. Like, just because
it's fine.
I'm gay,
but you
haven't seen what Christianity has done to gay people throughout history. That's what I'm talking about. So
right, but you made it sound like he took a personal attack to him when you talking about, okay, but we cleared it up. So you're saying he's not saying, oh, I take a personal attack, but I'm speaking about the gay community.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I mean, Lil Nas X, in my opinion, and I'm speaking on me. I can't speak on anybody else, and I feel like Christians have a bad reputation when it comes to gay folks. They feel like, most people feel like if you're Christian, you don't like gay people. I don't understand that ideology. That's not true. I mean, I can speak for myself. It's not true for me. I can't speak for all the Christians out there in the world. There's bad representations of every single religion. Any religion you pick, or non-religion, whatever, it's bad representations of whatever it is that's out there, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't like Lil Nas X, and then when he came out, oh, I'm definitely not gonna like Lil Nas X because he's gay now. Oh my gosh, he's gay. I really can't stand that nigga. Like, no, that's not how I'm thinking. But you think, okay, by me making a video of dancing on the devil is gonna be like, man, now I'm second my Christianity, my religious beliefs, and think, oh, maybe I shouldn't make fun of this nigga because he's gay, or maybe I should keep listening to him even though he's gay. Bro, that's not the right way to get this message across. But yeah, if he's choosing that's the way he wants to do it, that's perfectly fine with me. I mean, I don't care. I'm not gonna listen to him now no more. That's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna listen to him.
Fair enough. Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your opinion. I ain't gonna...
So this video turned you off, so like it disturbed you or whatever.
No.
Okay, so
let's get it right.
Violated your eyes so much. You're not going to listen no more. So you were offended. You were offended. Were you offended? Yes or no? Were you offended?
Of course not. Like, I'm not offended by it.
So why do you not want to listen to it no more?
Here we go. This nigga has not made good music since when?
I mean, Holiday wasn't trash. It's just funny.
Holiday wasn't trash. You're right. Holiday wasn't trash.
It went platinum.
Okay. No, Holiday wasn't trash. It went platinum because who's listening to it? Hip hop heads listening to it for real?
No.
Okay, no, thank you. So don't say it went platinum. Doesn't mean it's good, nigga. That's still trash. Okay, so Lil Nas X hasn't been good since when?
For a little bit. And even then.
Okay, so why am I gonna listen to him anyway? Nigga, I wasn't listening to him before he came out with this video.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay. On,
nigga, like, you ain't gonna call me out. I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get mad.
I think you were a little offended, bro. The way you said that.
Offended. No, nigga,
this nigga,
bro,
you didn't like it to slide
come
down,
on, bro.
Everything.
Hey, this nigga
it goes against your beliefs.
I'm gonna say, bro. I'm gonna say something. Let me just say something though. I just think.
Go ahead.
The whole video was funny. If you look into Lil Nas X, he's a troll. He's an internet troll, so his whole image is funny. So. Coming in the video, I didn't think it would be that graphic or I didn't think he would go that deep into certain satanic imagery, but it was funny to see, in my opinion, and especially the way he played it off with the shoes. And now he's getting sued for the shoes, or the company that was helping him make them. So it's just he played it off so perfectly to get a lot of attention and make this song chart and probably do well. So Shout outs to him. You know, the way he does social media and everything, it's all power plays. I just don't know after this, what are you gonna do? Because this was like a lot of like crazy imagery to the point where it pissed off religious people and also some of the hip hop community that might have checked for him, because a lot of people in hip hop, or you know, a lot of black people, they religious, they Christians, or I don't know how strongly, you know, I don't know how strong the faith is with most people nowadays, but it will piss a lot of people off. So he knew what he was doing.
But he so
he offended AC obviously. So I mean, you know, it worked out. You know, AC checked it out. He said he wasn't even gonna check it out. Look, he checked it out. Now, if he does something like this again, he's probably gonna have to check it out if he's still doing this, unless he's just like, nah.
I mean, all right. You think so? If you think this marketing scheme worked, it obviously it did short term. It did short term, but long lasting effect. How do you really think this is gonna work out for him?
I mean,
I don't know, and it could. You know, look, our attention span is not very long. People's attention span is not very long, so they may be like, oh, I'm not checking for this nigga no more. I'm not doing it, blah blah. And you know, next week they'll be like, oh, he dropped a song. Let me go listen to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that could happen. But I personally think that, I mean, enough of this crazy stuff that you doing, these schemes that you doing. I mean, people are gonna get tired of it.
I mean,
they are.
His last song was a holiday song, and this one was a shock value song. I mean, even the lyrics to the song, if you listen to it, just talking about doing cocaine with a dude, and then y'all hooking up. You feel me? So it's like everything. It was blatant in your face. I think, you know, I think Deadly kind of touched on it. You know, I think he feels like there's a certain group of people who will dislike him no matter what. So I think with this video, he was just like, I'm gonna shove a lot of that imagery that y'all don't like, and if y'all get pissed off, it's just gonna feed into my fans who like me, who are gonna defend me. And I'm not gonna really go out my way to defend dude. I just think he's funny, and I think it was funny to see someone go that far, because a lot of rock, you know, I'm into rock music. A lot of rock stars, they used to do a lot of crazy shit, and it brought me back to that, but not fully. It was interesting to see someone who's associated with rap take that dive, but do it in their way. But it wasn't like a good song to me. Like, I won't play it, but it was funny. The video was funny to me.
Bro, you can't tell me rap niggas really mess with Lil Nas X, bro.
I mean, I think this will turn a lot of people from working with it they would have before. They might not now because of this. I mean, but it depends on how much, you know, people really are going to be like, you know, you touched on that, because people used to, I mean, it wasn't blatant as this, but some people used to throw like some weird imagery in their videos back in the day, the whole Illuminati shit. I mean, some of that was made up, but some of that imagery was obviously satanic. So it is what it is.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. It's so crazy how much attention he's got. But he's never really been a rap nigga. He's been an internet nigga. And I think, like Ray was saying, he's great at the internet. So, you know, how you're asking how long these are gonna last. All of his moments have been like viral moments of just like, you know, Old Town Road was like a viral trend. Nobody really remembers that anymore. Like, you know what it was, but like nobody's checking Old Town Road anymore or anything like that. Or when he was like trying to push his way into the country community and be like, I'm a country artist and y'all are discriminating upon me, and all these just like shock value moments and stuff like that. No, they're not gonna last. But bruh, is he good at Twitter? Yes, he's good at Twitter. He's probably always gonna be good at Twitter, and as long as he is, he's gonna always have these moments like this. Whether you're checking for him or not, you're gonna be seeing stuff like this. Because he's always gonna be able to do something to piss people off. If that pissed people off, if that little tiny lap dance on the devil for 30 seconds is gonna piss people off with some shoes that were custom made with a drop of human blood in them.
I think this wasn't tiny though. This is a lot of blatant disrespect, if you were.
I'm saying he could do more though.
I mean, he could have did more, but I mean, this was pretty blatant. This wasn't tiny, bro. The whole say, like, literally the shoes had 666, it was a bottle of blood, had the pentagram on it. Like, it was a blatant, like, odd to Satanism. And even though in the video it was like he was giving it, like, it was obvious, you feel me? So it was like, but I don't, you know, that doesn't mean he follows that. It just was like obviously to piss people off, or maybe he does. Maybe that is his views. I don't know, bro. But let him do what he does. But he might have pissed. This was, you know, I mean, as far as like the masses, you know, the fact that he did this for the masses, it was pretty big. I don't think this was small, but I do think it's not that big of a deal. I think some people are taking it too seriously. Like, just if anything, like I said, be like AC. Be offended, but not really offended. It's like I'm not really like pissed off. It's just like I don't like to see that though. I wouldn't have went out my way to see that because you know what that is, and you don't want to be associated with that type of. You don't even want to see it. You feel me?
I mean, I wouldn't even call it being offended. I would just be like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say offended. I mean, I personally wasn't like, dang, bro, I'm offended by this. Like, nah, I was just like, this dude he's gonna do whatever he wants to do. If he's doing this for fame, if he's doing it for clout, if he's doing it for attention, I mean, that's on him. Like, it's whatever. I'm not tripping off of it.
To stay on topic with niggas fucking up this week, we're gonna talk about Quavo. Boy, Quavo.
Nah, bro. Don't
Man.
y'all gotta be laughing, bro. Go ahead and introduce the topic, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, so if y'all didn't know, Quavo and Saweetee split ways due to not really knowing who each other was and all this. And man, a video had come out recently though that's what we really need to talk about is this elevator video where Saweetee initiates contact from the start of the video. I don't know what happened before. She initiates contact by swinging at Quavo. He ducks her like Mike Tyson. He grabs her up and forcibly puts her into the elevator. You could say throw. And she looked like she was taking his stuff or something, and she was trying to go down the elevator with it. And then he puts her in the corner, looking around, looking at the cameras, realizing he fucked up, grabs his shit, goes back into his room. This had Twitter in shambles. Talking about, is this abuse? Is this not abuse? Anything like that. Y'all can just go in on this. I'm sure most people have seen the video, so they know what we're talking about. Yeah, AC ready to fire. So
I'm ready to shoot some shots. So I'm eager to know. Do y'all feel like, because Deadly, I ain't gonna lie, your introduction, you said Quavo, you said he looked in the camera and realized he messed up. Do you really think he messed up?
I think he got caught doing something that he didn't want people to see.
Sure.
I don't know what their boundaries are in a relationship. I think that's one thing that people haven't taken into to account in this. Did Quavo ever come out and say that Saweetee came out and swung on me? No, he didn't. So obviously they have certain boundaries where they do certain things, and
I mean,
it could be an abusive relationship, and we just don't know what they be doing to each other, right? So
forget the boundaries in the relationship. Forget the boundaries in the relationship. What did Quavo do that was illegal, bro? She tried to take his bag. Let's say he don't even know this girl. I mean, he happens to know her, but let's say somebody random came up to Quavo and said, "Hey, Lo, let me get your bag," and she tries to grab his bag. Bro, this nigga was like, "Nah," and he pushed her bag. Like, no, you can't take my bag. I'm gonna do the same thing. You can't take my bag.
You're making an assumption. I mean, even if it is his stuff, we don't know the story about why she had his stuff. We don't know the story. All we saw was them running to the elevator, Saweetee swing, him come in, like, give me my stuff, would look like to appear to his stuff, but we don't know why she had it, why she was running. Then she goes to the floor, like he kind of pushes her over, she goes to the floor, and then they look, like he kind of looks at her on the ground, but he's keeping her like away from his stuff. And then he looks in the camera, as Deadly says, and it's like he kind of makes his face like, because he knows he messed up. Even if he didn't technically do nothing wrong, this is a bad look. And it's also like, this is obviously a toxic relationship, so either way, it's bad on both sides, because y'all shouldn't be getting to this point where y'all are getting almost physical. If we were connected, that could have went way more south. So
yeah, but like, okay, so I'm basically saying, off of what I saw from the video, to me personally, that nigga didn't do nothing wrong. From what I saw in the video, from what I know on the surface, like you say, Ray, I don't know, like, if that was really Saweetie's bag or if that was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about all that. I'm talking about that what I know from the surface, what it looked like Quavo's bag, he didn't do nothing wrong. She was trying to take his property and it's his. I mean, it wasn't like he violently pushed her or violently hit her or anything like that. Once he saw that she was on the ground and she wasn't a threat to him anymore, he turned his back. He was like, "Look, I'm not even gonna touch you."
Yeah, of course. I don't think he violated, and I don't think he was trying to be abusive or something. And some people are trained, and some people are trying to make it seem like he was hitting her or trying to attack her. I mean, I don't know why they were like running to an elevator. I don't know why she felt comfortable to swing in that situation. Maybe they were talking stuff. Maybe they were getting aggressive before. We just see a snippet, and my whole thing is I don't like when people make a lot of assumptions, because what we do know is that the relationship was probably toxic to a certain degree. Quavo got exposed for maybe cheating. Quavo said, "I don't know what woman who you were," and she said, "Take care." It's all memes and stuff, you know, and even Quavo said, like, I know you're gonna make this a thing. And then this comes out, and I think Saweetie knows, like, if this comes out, she's gonna look better no matter what. Even though she swing, that's not the focus. The focus was Quavo.
Facts.
You know, kind of them tumbling over something. So
Facts.
I think they were both in the wrong. I don't know who was more in the wrong. It just didn't look good, and it looks worse for Quavo. And maybe I don't know if they're gonna talk about it. I don't know. I don't think any statements have really come out, but I wouldn't be surprised if this leaked for a reason. I don't know if Saweetie's team has something to do with it. That's a lot of assumptions as well, but it doesn't. It's almost like too perfect. They break up.
Two line up, right?
You're a cheater. Take care. Then this leaks.
Yeah. It's like really lined up. And to be honest with you, I feel like the only reason why, and people are going to be mad at me for saying this, but I feel like the only reason why that you can really say that Quavo messed up is because he's the man in the situation. That's just my opinion. I really don't think he really messed up. Like I'm saying by the video, all I'm saying by the video.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because let's say it's Quavo running away with like Saweetie's Birkin bag.
That's what I'm saying. It could be
him,
right,
and then he swings on her and misses. That would have been end of the discussion, no matter what. Even if you'd have missed, they would have been like, "Well, he tried to swing on her first,
right?" And he didn't do that.
So you know, but that's what we live in. That's the rules that that are kind of like encoded. That we live by.
Right?
It is what it is, and I just hope that obviously nothing legal is probably going to happen from this. It's just like hope either more will come out, or we just don't make too many assumptions and try to cancel somebody or
they're investigating
slander. I mean, yeah, if they got it, but I mean, I don't know. It wasn't even that physical, so I don't think it's gonna be anything illegal. If anything, they're just investigating to see like what happened maybe before or during. There's no point in taking it any further, I don't think.
Why
unless he swung and we didn't see it on the lower, it's like that's doing too much. I don't know.
Bro, they ain't really investigating this, dog.
Stay out of toxic relationships. I think that's what you learn from this. Anything. This is another example of people show things on social media. There have been rumors of Quavo cheating. She dropped back to the streets. Then she's making statements like, "You gotta buy me a Birkin bag and stuff." Then he's over here maybe still cheating. This is like they should have been broke up. Then she's disrespecting them in public. It obviously got to a point where like they were making blatant moves to like not mess with each other. They should have been broke up. Obviously, they just were playing along for the cameras and stuff. That's the thing with the celebrity. That's why you don't idolize these celebrity relationships. People be bugging, bro.
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of people out here are idolizing these celebrity relationships and thinking this was real life is.
Yeah.
Oh, he not buying you a Birkin? Oh, bro.
Yeah.
You can't even.
City girls. What Jay doing? She with Lil Uzi, bro. She with Lil Uzi. Sweetie's with Quavo getting cheated on. Like these girls who are the baddest girls who act like they get their man to do whatever they want, and then they just like buy me stuff to forgive. Like it doesn't make sense, and you wonder why you're getting dogged out, and then you got to make all these statements and do all this. It's like, bruh, stay out of
it's just crazy
situation.
because you got Becky that lived down the street, right? She in Pittsburgh, she in Bay Point right now, thinking me listening to City Girls and me listening to Saweetie, that's gonna transcend down to my life, and he need to buy me a Birkin too. That makes no sense to me. Like, you can't even buy a ticket to get on the bus, and you gonna tell me that you gotta buy me a Birkin.
What's the saying? You can't you can't look up to these people. Even these rappers though, like as men, we can't look up to these rappers.
As men
like,
too.
These gotta buy me this and give me.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, to a certain degree, you might be playing the field, but like these rappers, they be exaggerating. These women, they be exaggerating. This is what it is.
Facts.
Some people be really. That's what I'm saying. People are bots. That's one thing Joey said. That's right. People are bots. They follow they listen to people too much sometimes. So you have to come up with your own thoughts sometimes. So,
I mean, I don't want to go back into that topic, but yeah, I mean, there was some truth in what he said, like you just mentioned. Like people don't have their own creativity in terms of their thought process. They really just see what the majority's doing and they follow it. Continue to think that, this is supposed to happen to me, And I see this on TV, I see this on YouTube, wherever they see it at, and they say, "Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have that too." No, that's not how it works, man.
Yeah, that's what Sweetie portrays though, all the time. All right. Okay, so free young boy first and foremost. Young boy got an FBI warrant placed on him and was arrested. This nigga thought he was on some GTA type shit, running from the cops. He parked that motherfucker and started running through a field or whatever, trying to get away from him. They caught him. They got him. They wrapped him up. Why now? Why all of a sudden? Why are they just targeting him now? They got him. They've gotten him multiple times. They released him multiple times. They've been building this case for a while. Y'all think?
I don't know. All I know is that he should have been with all them choppers. Did you see the picture of the choppers? Did y'all see? Okay, did y'all see the picture of the choppers, and did y'all see the video of him like running?
Yeah.
Say you're NBA young boy, bro. What are you running for the police for, bro? You should just turn yourself like he acting like he gonna get away and like live a like let's say like GTA, bro. It's like you NBA young boy or whatever. Young boy never broke again since you're not legally, you know what I'm saying? But it is like what are you doing? What are you doing, man? I just think this is crazy. We understand what he raps about, everything he portrays. It's just funny to see him. He said he feel like he Gucci Man 2006. Well, you about to be locked up like Gucci Man. Keep fucking around. Like, I'm not a big fan of dude, but I don't hate on dude. Some people hate him because his fans are toxic. It's kind of funny, but I just hope he figures it out, man. Because he does have some talent. He is young, so hopefully he doesn't have to sit in that cell for too long. But it looks like he's gonna be in there unless like.
Yeah, the FBI issues a warrant for you. Yeah, you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You done fucked up. Fez came, man.
Fez did a sweep.
Yeah, they definitely been building the case on this man for a while because every time he got released, it was shortly after he got arrested or whatever. And yeah, they found him with all those guns. That shit looks straight out of Gears of War or something, bro. Like I don't know what kind of guns this nigga had. I'd never seen those guns.
Straight out of where, nigga?
Gears of War, some random ass shit, like some futuristic.
And not even that, not only that, bro. Like this man drops like 20 projects in a year, bro. So like that's gonna be so weird now not to like hear about it unless they drop projects. Knowing him, he has like 20 projects lined up just in case for this. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna still drop like 5 albums in a year, but it'll drop from 10. But young boy, I just hope he figures it out, man. It's not a good look. Especially considering, we know he has kids and stuff. So hopefully, like, he has money. So we'll see what happens.
This nigga running for it, bro. Like, I mean,
they know who you are. Like, you ain't
hiding. Where you gonna run to? You know what I'm saying? Like, who he think he is, bro? Running like he El Chapo, bro. Like he about to get out and dig a tunnel or something, bro. Like, come on. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. I ain't got nothing to say.
All right, man. Let's talk about some music. Benny the Butcher drops the plugs I met too.
Man. Ooh-wee. Nah, don't give it no ooh-wee.
Oh, what?
Bro, that would go ahead.
Nah, man. I want to hear the disrespect. I want to hear what you have to say, man. I don't like the way this is sounding so far.
Yeah, because I didn't like the way it was sounding in my headphones either. This bro, come on, bro. Like, I mean, in comparison to the plugs I met, like the original, his first tape, bro, this was not that good. And better than that, compared to the last tape he dropped, it was not that good. The best track on here was a single he released, Thanksgiving. That was the best track on his album, or this whatever. Yeah. And look at the feature. My man had. I agree with that. I don't know who said this. I think one of y'all said this in the chat. Like he put these features on here just to show that he can make features with like mainstream rappers, and it shows really. Like these features don't fit on this album, bro.
Yeah, I don't really like the features either on here. I'm not gonna lie. I like 2 Chainz getting back into that, like, he talking about like trapping and shit like that. I don't remember the last time we really had some in-depth raps from 2 Chainz about some shit like
City
this.
Boy.
He's bringing it back. That's cool. I like that. didn't really like Fat Joe's feature on Talking Back. I liked the song initially. I didn't really like French Montana's verse on Longevity because it's French Montana. Like, nigga,
That's
get
just
French
enough.
Montana out of here.
Right.
And then he gets Rick Ross again. Or no, my bad. He got Rick Hyde. I don't know, man. It's just like the difference between the features on Plays I Met 1 and Plays I Met 2, clearly better on Plays I Met 1. Now, that's not to say that I don't think that this album is good. AC just doesn't like the album. I definitely like it. It's an LP, right? It's not even an album. It's only like 28 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But he goes into some real shit on here. Like, shit, my favorite track on here is No Instructions. That nigga went hard the entire time. Talking about brick don't come with instructions. He had to learn quick. He has to make his own name, get his name out of drug talk, put his name in a plug talk, shit like that. Like, he kept it real. Like, there's nothing like different about what Benny's putting out on this. It's not as precise and pointed as his last album was, anything like that. It's just the EP. It's like you holding him to too high of a standard right now because he's dropping tens, classics, all this. AC just
But I mean, that's the standard that Griselda has put up at one point, and even last year, like you said, with those projects they dropped. So I can't really say I'm worried about Griselda. For a little bit, I was maybe thinking like I could, but after Benny and Conway, it's like this is just an EP to hold us off because they got to drop like 5 albums, 5 EPs in a year. So I already saw Westside Gunn say he's gonna drop. This was solid.
he dropped 2 tracks. Westside dropped 2 tracks.
So
did he drop them already?
Yeah. So
ain't it coming out? I'm sorry, next week, right? Wednesday,
something like that. That's what I'm saying. So this was solid. I mean, Plug Talk with 2 Chainz was solid. Talking Back with Fat Joe. It's not like the features didn't. I wouldn't say they wouldn't fit the overall theme because these dudes do rap about trapping and like selling coke and stuff, and like they're from the East Coast, Fat Joe and stuff, Chinks. But like even French, but it's just like French, you're not gonna get anything from him. And I mean, I guess he could just be, because Coke Boys and stuff, but it's like he doesn't hold his own. I think like you said, the track No Instructions, like that's just Benny doing his thing. Thanksgiving again, just Benny doing his thing. When it was like, I think that's a testament to Benny's abilities by himself, but sometimes the features it can't drag it down. Even with his album Better Than Proof, remember we were saying the Big Sean feature, so I'm hoping he can get better once he as he keeps climbing. Don't just get features just because you can. Maybe get features because they fit. Maybe he sees it that they fit. I don't know. Maybe it's his music at the end of the day. It just didn't sound the best as it could have been. And hopefully Westside comes back with another good album too, because he's been kind of in like I think he's been kind of in a weird thing right now too, where it's like, all right, y'all dropped so much, so we know we're gonna kind of get subpar projects at this point. When at one point they were dropping so much, and a lot of them were like top tier. So
yeah, occasional misses is whatever.
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking some tracks off here though.
Just fine.
So talk about the one big man, gotta talk about the other. Gotta talk about my boy Drake coming in correct. Scary Hours 2. First thing I want to say is whenever this nigga drop a Scary Hours pack, this shit's fire. I don't care if Scorpion was mid. Scorpion was definitely mid, but the hype leading up to the album with God's Plan and Diplomatic Immunity was top tier because this nigga's Scary Hours are gas every time. This last one that he dropped, he had Rick Ross, Drake Rick Ross. That's like bread and butter. And then he had Lil Baby on the other one, man. He done killed this motherfucker. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it real quick, and then I'll bounce off y'all.
This nigga going in. Hey, no, I liked it. I did. I really did like it. I really love that sample they used for Lemon Pepper freestyle. That was hard. I like Rick Ross too. I mean, Rick Ross to me is a cool rapper. He's like in my he's in my rotation. When he drops a couple singles, I check it out and I listen to him. I think Rick Ross is cool, but No, Drake was cool. My favorite track, honestly, was What's Next. I think that one's just, that's a fan favorite. Everybody was rocking with that one. That's hard. The beat was knocking. Lil Baby he was cool too. That was my least favorite track though. That's for me. For me, it goes What's Next, the Lemon Pepper freestyle, and then Wants and Needs. But it was cool. It was a nice little taste of Drake. I feel like that's all we need, to be honest. I know y'all legal get mad. True. That's all right. Give me a 3-piece. That's all I need from Drake.
He needs, well, okay, I've been saying this for years, man. This nigga needs to drop a pointed album of 10 tracks. That's it. Stop what you're doing. 10 tracks. Yeah. Give us that.
Just stop.
Like, you don't need 20, 25. You don't need 30. I don't care enough. You don't keep my attention enough for me to listen to 25 tracks. Even if it's all fire, I'm not going to go through the whole thing and listen intently because it's fucking 2 hours.
I definitely feel like I gravitate towards Drake and his track when he drops just a single or a pack like this, like a 3-piece pack. Definitely would catch myself listening to it versus when he has a whole album. Let's say there's a fire track on an album. I probably won't even check it for a minute just because it's an album and I don't even want to go check it out. I'm just keeping it being.
Search. He makes you do like a scavenger hunt for good tracks. Like,
right. I don't even want to do that. Like, I'm not even going to do that because that's an hour 15 going through 25 tracks on a Drake album that I don't want to do. So that, just to my point, that's why I like a 3-piece like this or a single from Drake. That's cool. But yeah, this 3-piece was cool. I really did like it.
Ray been sipping on that haterade. I see.
Yeah, look at him. You see his face. He giving the stank face right now.
He boiling inside right now.
Right now, you're like, these niggas don't know what they talking about.
Like, I wasn't hella impressed, but as Deadly said, the scary hours. These packs have been solid. The first one was way better, as far as I wouldn't say overall. Scorpion was a whole album, but like the tracks, if those were going to be the vibe of the album, I would like that more. So this is going to be the vibe of the album. Hopefully, that's solid. Like you said, give me focus tracks like this. Give me Lemon Pepper freestyles over a dope sample. You and Rick Ross trading bars, and that's facts. Little funny little things like that. What's Next is cool. It's on TikTok. It's I feel like these weren't forced TikTok songs like we had with what's called Tipsy Slide and stuff like that. Like, it felt like natural. So if your album's gonna feel natural, that would be dope. It'll be a comeback in my opinion. Because lately he's been dropping duds. There was a point where Drake could have probably dropped a 20 song to like 18 song album, and I might be hyped. Maybe around the Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. But ever since if you're reading this, and even then that was like borderline for me. You haven't been dropping whole projects, so for you to give me these little tasters, that's dope. And like you said, the one with Lil Baby, it shows that he can still rap with new. I mean, they came with a track before. What's it called? Yes Indeed, I believe. So it's worked before.
That track was hard.
Yeah, I'm saying it's worked before, so it's dope to see it work again, and also them getting a lot of play from that. So when the clubs open back up, they might still be playing these. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool, man.
Lil Baby been on his ass, man. Every time they got a track together, I feel Lil Baby getting closer and closer to this nigga, but because this on this track, on Wants and Needs, Lil Baby killed him, bro. Like, they both did their thing, but like Lil Baby killed him.
It is what it is. I mean,
straight up.
Drake
even with Drake talking about the Kanye beef. I need some Jesus in my life. Amen. Dissing Ray's GOAT. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough because he just got out-rapped. It's whatever. I mean, I'm not expecting Drake to be the best rapper or anything, but he just facilitated the vibes. I understand what he is at this point. But yeah, no, I this thing was great. Like AC said, the sample on Lemon Pepper freestyle, amazing. That shit was smooth as fuck.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite track, Lemon Pepper.
Yeah. They got he got some smooth tracks, I feel like, coming. That's what I want. That's what we need. We don't need no soft ass shit. We don't need you complaining about how people view you. We already know how people view you. Boss up, nigga. Next one is Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Woo!
Gas, flames,
AC, bro, what is wrong with you, bro?
Bro, it's Bruno Mars, nigga.
I'm not a big Bruno Mars fan.
I'm not either. I'm not, nigga. Anderson .Paak, he cool.
Y'all ain't real.
I mean, no, like I'm not a hater. I've never been a big fan of his solo music. He has tracks, of course. I like Pac though, of course. Pac is like awesome. So I knew
That's what I'm saying.
I knew it was gonna be dope. I mean,
Decent, actually.
So when they mixed it together and they had that old school sound, the video and everything, like it's fire, bro. Like this is getting rotation. I like the vibes. I'm hyped for the album. I've been giving this play. I like this track. I love the vibe. It gives me even the lyrics. You know, I'm gonna leave the door open. It's not too sexual, man. Dope track. AC just an R&B hater for something. If it's not old R&B, he's not vibing with it. I don't know what it is.
Nigga, give me some Keith Sweat, nigga.
I like the track a lot.
Oh yeah, Lee, you love it.
Oh yeah,
Lee. How much Lee? Oh, wait. Hold on. So Lee, you like the track?
Yeah.
So why do you love the track, huh? Why are you so lovey-dovey? Why do you love the track? Why are you gonna leave the door open? Tell the people why this is your move.
You know, sometimes artists be making songs and they feel like they made the song about you.
Yeah.
Man, this one of them songs.
Wow.
The implications that it's doing, it's not too sexual. It's a real romantic song. You know, Anderson and Bruno's vocals harmonized perfectly throughout the whole track. I think the songwriting on here was really good. Just everything about this track was top notch, top quality. And I think that when we get this album, we getting the classic.
I think it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be raw. I think it's gonna be a really good R&B album, which I've been needing so far this year. I mean, there's been some solid ones, but I think this is gonna be top. Like this could be in my top 10 probably. Like we'll see.
We got a classic review. We got to handle real quick before we let y'all go. So earlier in March, we are now in April. So April 1st. But in March, when we were going to record, this album had its anniversary, Madvillainy by MF Doom and Madlib. Figured this is probably one of the ones that we should talk about since, you know, just giving our flowers to one of our favorite rappers and one of our favorite producers of all time. Yeah, let's get into this 2004 rap album. This is the GOAT, man. This is the motherfucking GOAT. I know AC probably gonna bounce off of what Ray says, so I want Ray to go first.
Yeah, please go. Ray, go first. This man got the vinyl. I mean, that says a lot right there.
All right. So overall, this album is, you know, top notch, you know, top tier premium, A1 quality, 4K, 8K. You know, if you got that, you feel me? I think, you know, for an album to set certain precedents, you know, as far as like this album at the time, you know, it came out 2004, so I was too young at the time. But when I started to get into the internet and rap, I downloaded this album and I slowly got into it. At first, I did not mess with it that much. So as I slowly started to listen to it and repeat it, I really got into the beats and MF Doom. I mean, I knew MF Doom before, but what happened was with this album is it's so, even with Doomsday and certain projects like that, I feel like Doom, because he was like just starting, he wasn't as set in his rigid like villain weird ways. And I feel like with this project, you have to get used to his flow is still his flow, but like the beats and everything is just a weird unison, but it fits so perfectly because Madlib sets him up with every beat. He lobs them. The Illest Villains is the perfect intro, sets the tone. Accordion. This song is even sadder now that he's gone, but it's just, you know, it talks about, you know, how, you know, you're living on borrowed time. You gotta do what you gotta do. Meat Grinder, Be Sure, Raid's one of my favorite tracks, oddly enough. I just like the flow, the beat on that one. Talk about how he has to still check out bottles by the waistline because rap ain't really paying him, you know, because they're underground rappers, you feel me? But you know, everyone loves All Caps, Boondocks, all that, you know what I'm saying? Like the samples, the way this album has lived on and impacted rappers like Danny Brown. People have said like the way the songs are short, no hooks. What's it called? You have just a flow, a theme of just like being the illest motherfucking villain. It talks about smoking weed, everything. everything you wanted, but in an alternative way this album brings to the table. And I think that's why it's lasted so long, and that's why we're talking about it now, especially after Doom's passing. I'm gonna let y'all talk about it a little bit more. I'll probably add on as we go because I don't want to cover everything, but yeah.
Yeah, man. This is really just putting Doom into his best possible environment. Coupling him with Madlib is basically if I were to have been a Doom fan because I was old enough, and then this would be my dream collaboration is them two. Because honestly, they just fit so well. Like you were saying, the sampling, his sampling coupled with like Doom's quirk for putting in like comic samples, right? Where he talks about like being a villain, and they're building up they're building up the actual Doom character from Marvel and stuff, and he's like kind of using that to portray himself. And they do that on the beginning, the illest villains, talking about how the world needs a villain, how people are gravitate towards villains, stuff like that. Man, and no hooks, just this theme of being a badass motherfucking villain throughout is just amazing that he could do this. But you know, honestly, he does it from the bar level to the song level, because he'll always have those one-liners that you catch and you're like, damn, that's some real shit in the grand scheme of the song that is themed a certain way. That's some real shit. And then that whole album, the theme, it's layers upon layers upon layers. Um, the flows that he has on these Mad Lib beats are crazy. I don't think anybody else would be able to attack these beats the same way that Doom has. Um, even sometimes Madlib's got instrumental beats on here because you know they're just so off the wall crazy. He's doing so much, and the fact that Doom is even able to fit himself onto a lot of these beats is a feat in itself.
I mean, even
go ahead.
The two tracks, the two little weird tracks, I believe Hardcore Hustle with Wild Child, which is just, you know, Wild Child rapping about, you know, hustling and stuff. And then you have I with Stacey S, which is just her singing about getting high, looking into her partner's eyes. I love that track. Hardcore Hustle is another dynamic added. It has that kind of hardcore gangster element for a little bit, which is dope to see Madlib test on. Show a little bit kind of what he might do with Freddie Gibbs later. Even though it's not like the same, but it was just interesting that they threw like a little R&B section, they threw a little gangster section, but for the most part they kept it what Doom's vibe was. And to think he dropped this in the same year he dropped Food, and Food is probably his best solo album, and it's arguably on this, like, it's like this man was on a roll. Like I say with Death Lips, you have certain artists who could drop two really fucking arguably like great albums, classic albums in the same year. You were at your peak. You were on a roll that, like, I think MF Doom, like when we look back at it and we're continuing to do so, we'll be like, this was a period where he was dominating his lane. Like it was no one touching him with this quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, other people dropping amazing albums as well, but that's why I think Doom is held so high, and that's why we saw so many people posting and stuff.
I mean, if you look at the year 2004, though, it's not, nobody's in the same category as him. All the mainstream music that's being put out at the time is it could be amazing music. It's a step below. It's a step below from what this is. This shit's ahead of its time. Like you said, with people being influenced by this still today, you can still see influences from Madlib and Doom, and how shit when we saw him die and how many people put their hearts out there on social media about how much he meant to them and how much he influenced. Yeah, you still see that shit, man. And he's the reason why we have a lot of these rappers that we have today, and they're able to do what they want to do, is because he is so different for his time. He did not follow none of the criteria that rappers were following those days. People didn't even know his name. They didn't even know his persona. He was doing that shit with a mask, so people wouldn't know. So it had more meaning to it. It's just everything that he did, just special, amazing.
I want to speak more on, I'm not going to speak about this album, I'm going to speak about him and just like the impact he's had and continues to have. I mean, this man is really an underground legend, but is seen and is glorified as if he was a mainstream legend, which is pretty amazing, which is pretty awesome because you don't see that oftentimes in the rap game. You rarely see it. You almost never see it, right? And so it's really dope to see how his work and his projects have grown on people. And like you mentioned, Ray, you weren't even old. We weren't even really old enough to really understand and capture the lyrics and different things like that and what he was spitting. But it's something we can go back to now that we're older and check out. Some tracks, all caps, Figaro. Those are some tracks
Figaro.
I remember.
Figaro.
Got some tracks I remember. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so weird because it's not a type of flow, a type of rap that that I traditionally will listen to. But it was just like you were just almost pressured by the culture to say, hey, check this man out, just because of like the presence he held within the rap game. And that speaks to this his ability to continue to stay relevant, just by pure influence. And so that's pretty crazy. So that's all I gotta really say about it.
Yeah, but you talk about influence. I mean, one of the other albums we're looking at talk about for classic reviews is I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside. Earl heavily looks up to them. I mean, this flow is unorthodox flow, offbeat flow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
We were thinking about reviewing, we missed it, Mavi, right? That's how you say it, Mavi? Is it Mavi?
Mavi's. Yeah, Mavi.
He had, you know what I'm saying? It's like their flows, like some of these underground rappers, I wouldn't say that they obviously are influenced by Doom's weird unorthodox flow, which is dope to see damn near become a staple in underground hip hop sometimes.
Yeah.
The whole alter ego, he introduces it on, I mean, he doesn't introduce it, but it pops up. It's dope to see him use his alter egos. Victor Vaughn on Fancy Clown, that's one of my favorite tracks, talk about, it's basically him talking about a girl cheating on him as Victor Vaughn with MF Doom, because he's talking about how Doom wears a mask and stuff, but it's basically him cheating on it. It's weird. Doom always is quirky, a little different. And, we see other rappers do alter egos. I mean, he's not the first. We seen Kool Keith do it back in the day, another underground legend that not as good, but, it's up there. And I think that, Doom doing that, and we seen Earl, we've seen a bunch of other rappers do that, try to do it like Doom. It's just like, this is another alter ego. It's like another, like a whole nother artist, even though it's still Doom. And the fact that they had a second album stored up that we won't probably get to hear now because of Doom's passing is tragic, because I think they could have followed this up even at their older age with something amazing, or if it was just tracks over time. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, Doom was on a roll. I think he was still on a roll. He still had a little period where he was dropping quality music. So later, so it saddens me to even talk about this. I'm like, I gotta just hold the vinyl and just listen to this every once in a while, and just hope we'll hear some of it eventually, because history. You see this right here? History. We made this. All right. Let's go.
All right, y'all. So that's all we got for this week. Try to keep it relatively short. Email the THHB podcast at gmail.com. Send us beats, send us music, send us whatever you want. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Hip Hop Babies Podcast. Look us up on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Like on YouTube. Also hit the bell and leave a comment. I know I'm asking for a lot right now, but shit, I should have said that in the beginning of the video, and I got to make up for it. Yeah, we just trying to keep it fresh with y'all, trying to keep it real. Let us know if we were out of line or off base on any of our topics, what you think about what we had to say. Yeah.
Basically, all I'm gonna say is if you comment, like, and subscribe, I'll buy y'all 3 Birkins. All you females out there, I buy all y'all 3 Birkins.
No cap.
Remember
this is
what
because
today
it's April
is.
It's April
I was
Fool's.
like, remember what today is. Hey, but like, comment, subscribe, bro. Y'all get a Birkin. Hey, but no cap. I appreciate y'all tuning in, checking in. Always, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you from AC.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you listening. If you want to, we got the Discord server going. It's been going technically for a little bit. We weren't really promoting it, but at this point, if you want in, you click the link that you click probably to find this episode, and there should be a link in there to get in the Discord, or you can hit one of us up or the page up personally to get invited, and that way you can share music and topics there, or you could hit us up as usual through email. Appreciate it. We be busy, so we try to keep it, we'll try to keep it regular, but you know what it is. But we appreciate you for checking us out when we do drop as usual.
Yes, sir.
More love. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
April Fools, this episode isn't coming out. Just kidding.
I would.
This
Nah,
nigga,
it's
bro.
coming out, nigga.
This nigga playing. He playing.
All right,
Quit
y'all.
playing.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Hey, peace.